I'm a scrum, no matter what. So shut the fuck up, ain't nothing but clown love. I'm a scrum, no matter what. So shut the fuck up, ain't nothing but clown love. I'm a scrum, no matter what. So shut the fuck up, ain't nothing but clown love. I'm a scrum, I'm a scrum, I'm a scrum, no matter
what up, y'all? It's K&B, the sexy ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe. And this is the Sexy Ninjacast podcast, vlogcast for that ass. Ooh, here we go. Hey, everyone. We are approaching the end of 2025, going into 2026. I always do a goodbye to the year podcast and hello to the new year. This isn't that podcast yet. I'm writing some notes for the final Sexy Ninja Cast of the year. This is more or less just a nerdy rant that I like to go on because I just got done watching Deadpool and Wolverine for the billionth time and crying for the billionth time in this movie, and it's so beautiful to me, you know. And I didn't even mean to start Deadpool and Wolverine. My daughter's been sick. We've all been sick. Caught some crazy whatever flu, bug, whatever, you know, that's out there. It got us. Especially my daughter. She's been sick for about a week and a half, and I was just checking in on her, and she goes, "Can you watch TV with me?" I was like, "Sure, no problem." And then she's like, "I'll put on a movie." I was like, whatever you want, kid. And, you know, she's been on a Simpsons kick lately. And lo and behold, she puts on Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm like, oh, okay. There you go. And the line, "I just want to matter," you know, going to Happy in the beginning and saying, "I want to be an Avenger. I want to be, you know, I need it. I need this." And Happy telling him, like, the Avengers, man, like, it's not that we want them. It's when we need them. And they're heroes amongst their own right. So you got to find your own path, Wade. And he goes through this journey in that movie, and I've talked about the movie a million times, so I'm not going to bore you to death. But man, just you know, that ending, it's just tears of joy. Even the big fight in the void, like with Blade and Gambit and Elektra and X-23, it just puts the feels right in my heart, man. Like, these movies are my bread and butter, my soul, and I've been on a big Marvel kick. Also, I did my annual rewatch of The Dark Knight, and I bawled my eyes out in that movie. I've seen The Dark Knight a million times. I'm line per line. I know that movie like the back of my hand because I saw it 20 some odd times in the theater. But man, it's right after Rachel gets blown up and Harvey, "Rachel! Oh, no, not me!" You know. And in the wake of Rachel's death, you know, Rachel gave Alfred a note before all this happened, before she was kidnapped. And Alfred reads it, and she's basically like, "Hey, you know, I know that I said as soon as Batman's not needed anymore, and we can be together, but I can tell that you can't let Batman go. You need Batman." And the part where Bruce is sitting there, half in the suit, you know, in his penthouse, and he's sitting there, and Alfred's bringing over, you know, his tea, and, you know, he had the notes there. And when Bruce is like, you know, "She was going to be with me, Harvey. She was going to be with me, Alfred. You know, Harvey can never know." And just that fatherly moment of Alfred grabbing it, and Bruce is like, "What's that?" And I'm just like, oh, man. Like, I just started crying. Like, the sacrifice of being a hero amongst itself, of the you know, and the fatherly figure of Alfred and stuff like that. So, hell, man, it just got me. It got me right in the feels. Got me right in the kissa. Lost my mind. I'm now watching Age of Ultron, Avengers, Age of Ultron, right after I watched Deadpool and Wolverine. No real, like, agenda of, like, where I just was just like, you know what, I haven't seen Age of Ultron in a very long time. Like, I remember the movie, but I don't remember the, like, parts of the movie. So going back, it's a lot of fun, and there was no real build up to this Avengers movie. There was, there was no hints of Ultron in phase 2 and whatnot. We kind of just got there, and Tony has like, hey man, I saw the cosmic space. I saw that. We need a shield of armor around the world and everything like that. And, Bruce is like, dude, like, it seems like a cold world, but, he's like, I've been to space. I threw that missile, remember? They're like, yeah, we know. And it's just a fun Avengers movie, but it sets up everything else. Like, everything else to come. Wakanda and Claw and getting his arm cut off by Ultron. And James Spader's, like, Ultron is just awesome. His voice, man. And that Pinocchio song is going to haunt me, man. But, and the whole... the sun's coming down, big boy, whatever the poem is. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Age of Ultron more than I remember enjoying. I remember seeing it and being like, oh, blah, blah, all over my face, Kevin Feige, just because these movies, like, you grew up in the 90s, man. I was born 88, I got 89 Batman, you got the Ninja Turtles coming up, but superhero movies were such a dime a dozen. Like, when you got the movie every 2, maybe 3 years, same thing for the 2000s, like 2 to 3. Now it's just like, here's a Marvel movie, here's a DC movie, here's this. And here's this, and back then it wasn't like that. Then you had to wait for it to hit DVD or VHS or whatever was your preference of choice, when you got the money and finally upgraded and everything like that. But now it's just like at the tip of my fingers. Like, I feel like Thanos collecting all those Infinity Stones, man. And I've been waiting for these stories to be adapted. And I think after I get done with Age of Ultron, I'm going to pop in Civil War and watch that beauty of a movie. And it doesn't take much, but a really good story and some really good, it just makes you feel. Like, Fantastic Four First Steps, oh my gosh. Second, it was my third time watching it, and there's Susan just like, get the fuck back, Galactus, leave my child alone, I was just like, you go, girl. They're like, don't die, please, And man, Galactus, I was just like, oh, an accurate Galactus here. I wish he was a little bigger, but still, though, like, just the way he looks is just like, oh my gosh. Not that cloud thing we got with Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, which is funny, is I really do like that movie. And when I got these superhero movies, in the bits and pieces like Daredevil, Ben Affleck, and this and that, I was like, I cherished them, man. I was like, oh, these are my movies. Even X-23, I remember seeing that and being like, it's not bad, but it's bad, but I still want it. Even freaking Spider-Man 3, I got paid to see Spider-Man 3, and I remember walking out there like, what the fuck just happened? Because Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. Freaking X-Men 2 is one of my favorite. And speaking of the X-Men, all these leaks for the trailers have been popping up. And I know that the first one was Cap, second one was Thor, the third one was X-Men, and the next one's supposed to be Fantastic Four or Doom. It was like from the perspective of all four sides of this, all roads lead to Doom. And Fantastic Four would be, I can't wait to see what they do there. But like that first trailer, I was like, why are you bringing Steve back? I was like, why? And I was like, wait, Thor's sad now? Okay, well, at least he's got his kid, yeah, I mean, why? But this X-Men trailer. And I've been the biggest, like, how are we building to Doomsday? Like, what are we, how? Like, what is Doom gonna do, and there's rumors out there, like, something's gonna happen to Doom's kid because in the wakes of all this multiverse craziness, Doom's gonna take, Doom's gonna take Steve's kid, Doom's gonna take Love from Thor, and Jean and Cyclops' kid, and like, he's taking kids, so, but those are all rumors of the story itself, but we shall see how it all plays out when we finally get it. And but I was, the first two trailers, I was like, why did we got Steve back? That was so beautiful. Endgame. Thor, why is he sad? Man, you rub my X-Men button. That's that X-Men sweet spot. Take all my goddamn money. Oh my gosh, panning the Xavier signs on the School of Xavier's on the floor, and this and that, everything's kind of in ruins, and you go down, and then as soon as you see Charles and Eric, especially, just these two iconic actors reprising this role for like the bazillionth time, but still got me. And the thing that sold me even more was freaking Cyclops' accurate costume. Thank the Lord. His eye takes his eye beams off. And he's just like, and I'm just like, oh my God. I text my buddy Doug. I've been the number one bitching about this whole Doomsday thing because it's been like, I'm like, how and Doom and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And then I saw this trailer. I'm like, hey, man, you remember all that stuff I said? Well, Disney has my money. They can take it all at this point. I gotta say, it's my second most anticipated movie of next year. The first most anticipated movie of next year is The Mandalorian and Grogu. But man, I can December 18th, man. My wife bought me this really beautiful planner, and I wrote all the movies that are very important to me coming out, in this planner. She thought that's funny, and I was like, I know. And I put all like a little green dot for all my paydays and stuff like that because I get paid every other week. And then I'm putting little symbols on each day. And I was like, man, if you can give me a planner every year, this is going to be awesome because I want to do this. So in December, it's just this green box with the Avengers logo in it. I'm just like, yeah, baby. Yeah. Then I'm working on The Mandalorian and Spider-Man Brand New Day. I can't wait for that as well. And my wife's like, do you ever get tired of these movies? I'm like, no, I really don't. Like, I've been waiting for this for so long. Now in the midst of it, and I've been on the big Daredevil kick. I am still in season 1, but I'm enjoying myself with that show. I'm like taking it in, and then I think after Age of Ultron, I was going to do Civil War. Then after Civil War, I was going to do No Way Home, Spider-Man, and everything. And like I said, there's no agenda of trying to connect things because I remember joking with a good friend of mine named Jordan, who we talk about these Marvel movies. I even texted him. I was like, yo, dog. Yo, take all of it. I saw that X-Men trailer. Done. Over. Finis. But yeah, I'm so ready. I'm ready for this year to be over with. Traveling is done. I hope everyone got some dope Christmas gifts or gave some dope Christmas gifts. My father-in-law bought me a drone, which I'm very excited about, to let it fly up there and maybe like record some content for the YouTube channel. I'm already like, I picked up an old idea that I remember me and my homie Colin were talking about doing, but I was like, I want to expand on it a little bit more. Because I'm a juggalo. I listen to Insane Clown Posse. I love Insane Clown Posse. That's what's in the ear holes, for my music and stuff like that. And just the whole lore of ICP, the Dark Carnival and everything. And I was like, man. And it was a show called Get Clowned. I have the original logo, and it was half ICP's face, just the face paint outline, and it says Get Clowned. And it was going to be a podcast that was going to break down certain, break down albums, and then break down, different lores inside, projects that never happened, and this and that, what could have been, the Twisted Beef, and everything, where will we be now, in the different universe, and I was like, that's a cool, I like that. And then I started seeing MC Lars. He's been doing ICP album breakdowns, and I've seen a few other people just talk about the ICP record or whatnot. But I was like, man, I wish there was something else that I could do that would make this show Get Clowned even better. I'm not going to say it out loud because I still want to work it out. But I think a show like Get Clowned, and if the concept of what I want to do could be a reality, I think it would be pretty freaking cool. Like actual taking time and writing the script out of the show, you know. Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's not going to be it's not going to be a podcast. It's going to be a full-blown, like, a series, like, you know. But I don't want to get too far into it because I want to still write and think of stuff to come up with. I've already got the new logo I made. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I got the new logo made, and we'll see what happens. And I was texting Colin about it too. So also, you know, there's a lot of music I've been like playing with as well. So can't wait for that. But no, watching these Marvel movies and DC movies, I'm just excited, man. Like I'm hoping 2026. No, I'm gonna make 2026 my bitch. Like that's the thing. So, but I just wanted to jump on here real quick and talk to y'all about some Marvel movies and what they mean to me and how they tickle my fancy. They tickle it very well. What's your favorite? Like, where do you feel like? Because like I was watching when I was watching Deadpool and Wolverine, and I started thinking back. I was like, wait, okay, so Loki is holding on to the timeline. Well, why is it what's happening here in Deadpool Wolverine not affecting Loki? Or will it? Will they explain that in Doomsday? Like, hey, some red idiot and hot-chested dude with claws was almost got the timeline destroyed. So I kind of had to wake up and be like, all right, what's going on here? You know, and hearing the Russo brothers be like, Avengers Doomsday is a direct sequel to Endgame. I'm like, I don't know about that. But then I got that X-Men trailer. I'm like, just cream all over me, Feige. I don't care. My hand gestures and everything like that. I'm going to just give me it. Give me the toys. Just give me it all. So, but that's it. That's all. I just want to come on here, rant a little bit, talk to y'all. Sorry for the coughs and sorry for the pauses. Just this cold or flu or whatever this is whooping the ass, whooping the arse. All right, so the Goodbye 2026 podcast is coming. I'm glad I did a test run of a podcast to see how bad it's going to hurt my voice. I can feel it. New World podcast is all caught up, so now we're just waiting for Monday Night Raw. Can't wait to watch that as well. So a lot of good stuff on the horizon. Got to get over this sickness. Really got to get over this sickness. And then New Year's is just a few days away. All right, y'all. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your grandma, share it with the bum down at Walmart. And I am KB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the new world... No, this isn't that show. Sorry. All right, I already hurt my voice. Remember, stay sexy, ninjas. Whoop, whoop. Damn it, baby.
I'm a scrum, no matter what. So shut the fuck up. Ain't nothing but clown love. I'm a scrum.